What would you think if I told you not to put any money into your kids' RESP, but rather use that money to pay off your mortgage? Sounds crazy, right? I agree. Well, here is some good reasons why instead of putting the money into your kids' RESP, if you put it towards your mortgage, your money will go way further. Now, I do have to disclose, I am not a financial advisor. This is my own opinion. So please, before you decide to cancel your kids' RESP or move the money out, please check with a financial advisor or talk to somebody you trust to verify the information that I'm about to share with you. Let's say, for example, you have a child who was born in 2016 and his name is Bob. So at that, he's 1 year old, and you're going to put in $2,500, which is the yearly amount that you can put in. That's the maximum. Okay, and the government is going to match you $500 per year, and this is the max that they will match every year. Okay, so that's a 20% increase. So by the time Bob, your child, is 17 years old, the government would have put in $7,200, which works out to be about 18% return. So that's actually really good. You think, okay, where else am I going to put my money to get 18%? And on top of that, it's money that goes towards my kid's education. Okay, so here's another way to look at it. Let's say your mortgage right now on your house is $500,000. You are paying a mortgage rate of 4%. Okay, rather than taking the $2,500 that you're contributing towards your child's RESP, let's say you make that as a lump sum payment towards your mortgage. Okay, now don't let the spreadsheet scare you away. It's one that I came up with and I never spent any time trying to pretty it up. But let's just say on the first year that you have your mortgage, you put in $25,000 as a lump sum amount. Okay, so what this spreadsheet tells me is that you would actually save $2,491 of interest right off the bat on your 25-year mortgage. Now let's just say that the second year, so Bob is now 2 years old, and you put in another $2,500. Okay, so in total now you've paid $5,000 towards your mortgage, and you haven't made any money towards the RESP. Yet you've saved $4,800 roughly in interest on your mortgage. Okay, now this translates to about 97% of interest savings. Basically, for every dollar that you're putting into your mortgage, you're saving that in interest payments right off the bat. Isn't that amazing? So rather than making 18% over 17 years on government matching, the government matching the money that you're putting in, if you took that money and just paid it off towards your mortgage, you would see almost 97% return on your money. Now, let's see what would happen if you were to make that same contribution year over year. So on your second year, which is your third contribution, you're making that again. And on your third year, you're doing the same thing. Fourth year, so we're basically going to go all the way down to 17 years, because that's at the point when Bob is going to go to university or go to a trade school where you could potentially use your RESP money to pay for his education. So now here we're only at 10 years, yet, so 10 years, we've contributed a total of $27,000. We've saved an interest of $21,000, which translates to 78% return on your money. Okay, so we want to see if after 17 years or at the point of 17 years, if that rate of return might be less than what the government money would give you. Okay, so here we go. Now, of course, this depends on your mortgage rate And in this scenario that we're calculating, we're saying that the mortgage rate is about 4%, which is up here. Okay, so here we are at 18 years. So let's just say I'm going to take the 18 years out. So Bob has turned 17. He's getting ready to go to university. You have saved $28,000 in interest payments on your mortgage. Would you rather give your child $28,000 of interest payments here, or the $7,000 that the government has matched? Okay, so now let's say that the mortgage rate has gone up to 6%. How does that change the numbers? So here we go. So now you've made a total of $45,000 into your mortgage, and you've saved $43,000 in interest payments. So roughly about 96%. So as you can see, increasing the interest rate from 4% to 6% does not really affect the amount of savings. You're still making a significant interest savings just from using the same money that you would have put into an RESP into your mortgage. Now, what if we were to do the same calculation with $1 million? So your your mortgage amount is $1 million. How does that affect things? Okay, so here you've contributed $45,000 over the 17-year lifespan of your child, and the interest savings is roughly the same. So as you can see, it doesn't matter what your mortgage amount is. You're still saving a significant percentage and making that return year over year because you've put a lump sum amount into your mortgage payments rather than towards your RESP. Now, before you run off and pull funds out from your child's RESP or stop contributing to your RESP altogether, please take note that I am not a financial advisor. The advice and the opinions presented in this presentation is just my own opinion. So please talk to your financial advisor or your accountant or somebody else that you trust and see what they say. Did that blow your mind? It blew my mind when I did that analysis when my son was born. So hopefully that gives you another way of looking at how you can maximize your hard-earned money to go further. Thank you for watching.